Hello everyone, and we are back today. We're going to be reviewing how to access your Google Docs, how to answer a stamps organizer, and what we're doing today. So let's take a look at what we have here. So we're in the fourth period language arts section on Edmodo. Here, when we click on this, we have the activity which you guys are reading. Okay, this is activity 1.3. It includes the article Woman Warrior by Corey Brown and Lori Shapiro. Alright, we have that. You're going to need to keep that window open to access and read it. Over here, we have the link you're supposed to be using for your Google Doc. Okay, so here we have that. This one isn't filled in. What you're going to need to do here, again, you're going to have to go up to File, and it's at the edge of the screen here. File, make a copy. If you haven't done this already, you're going to make a copy. I'm going to click OK. Once you take that, you will have your own copy, which has a different version here. It's hard, the screen won't show it, but up here, right where the arrow is going, that's where you can rename it. Okay, you can rename your article. When you click on it up top, right here, then it should ask you, you're going to rename the document, and it would be your period, and then your first name, just like your email address, first name, dot, last name, space, and then the activity. So this is 1.13. Okay? So that should save it. When you turn it into me, I want it to have that. So fourth, your first name, dot, last name, and then the activity we're doing, which is 1.13. Alright. Here again, you will put what you're reading, which is Woman Warrior. While you're reading it, that's up to you, what you want to put there. Here you'll put your name, the date. Most of you started it yesterday, so it would have been September 25th, or it could be today being September 26th. Here's your pre-reading over here where you scan. When you scan, you write down what you see. You predict what the article is about. Alright, here you make a guess. Take a guess about what you think it's going to be about based on what you scanned. So you're going to make a prediction before reading, and say why you think so. So you will say, I think this is an article about, or I think this is a poem about, and then explain why you think so based on what I scanned or what I saw. So you go ahead and write that. So you could say, I think this article is about, and then why. I think this article is about whatever you think it's going to be about, and because. So you have to give a reason here. So this is your before reading. Your during reading, we're working on questions. We're working on connections. Alright, connections we've done before. What we're doing here when we have connections is you say the article reminds you of something. The article reminds me of whatever it reminds you of. So maybe you've seen this movie Mulan, which we're going to be talking about, or it could be something else. So the article reminds me of because. So we want to put a little more effort into some of these. You don't just want to say this article reminds me of other articles. That's not good enough. You have to say what it reminds you of. If possible, be specific and give me a reason. So that's something you want to do. You need 2 of those. So you can connect it to your own personal life, what you've experienced in your personal life. You can connect it to things you've seen on TV, other stories, other articles, things like that. Okay. Also, there's the spell check on here too, so don't be afraid to check that. So for example, I just misspelled because, and it'll tell me. Alright. Questions. These are during reading activities. So when you do a question here, what you're going to do is try to come up with things you want to know about the article. Alright. So for example, Woman Warrior. Your first question could be, who is the Woman Warrior? it could be, who is the woman warrior? And then as you go through the article, you can put the answer here. So when we find out, you know, who is the woman warrior, we can go 1, because that's the first question we ask. We can go 1, and we can say the woman warrior is, the woman warrior was Mulan. Make sure we capitalize her name. This should be lowercase. Okay. Woman warrior is Mulan. Okay. So we have 2 questions while we're reading that will help you with deeper understanding. Over here, you're listing unfamiliar words, ones that you may not know. And then at the bottom here, what you're doing is you are writing a summary. Again, it's self-sustaining, meaning it has to have the author in it and it has to have the title. Okay. Down here, please make sure it is left aligned up here, and then capitalize it when you start. So you can even indent it, and you could go the article, and then state what the article is, state who the author is, and then explain what it was talking about. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Alright, we'll catch you later.